Hello and welcome to part 3. Now in this part, after a good 10 minutes of cutting out each of your subjects, you should be left with a series of layer masks over on the right hand side which have extracted out each of the moving people within the picture. Now you do that for all bar the last layer, which will act as your background layer, which will include the image information showing the buildings. Now all we need to do is slowly click through each of the layers. Make sure you've got the layer selected, then go up to the opacity slider and just adjust the opacity for each of the layers so that we're blending in each layer on top of the next. And what we're aiming to do is to get more and more of that rushing of people building up within the city scene. So quickly just click through each one and adjust each of the layers for the opacity. If you've got a layer which contains a very bright colour, as with this person walking past with the yellow jacket, just take it down a little bit further on the opacity to about 30% so that it blends in nicely and adds to the motion of the people. So we'll continue to click through and just adjust the opacity for each of these. What you'll actually probably find is you'll come across some layers where the people are either just a little bit too blurred or don't actually add that much to the image, in which case take the opacity either right the way down or just remove them completely from the layer set. So this one here I think I'll just take away. And finally just finish off with the top layer. So we've now got all of our layers adjusted, we've extracted the moving subjects from each, and we've adjusted the opacities of each of the layers to blend it in, so we've got our busy city scene. Now we've only got a couple of very quick adjustments to do, which are levels and hue saturation. So making sure that you've got your top layer selected, go to your adjustment layers icon, down to levels, and you'll see the familiar levels dialog window. If you've got a slight colour cast, you can correct that now just by clicking the set grey point pipette and selecting some of the grey pavement. Just switch the preview off and you can see how that's just neutralised the colours a little bit. And again we can just make an adjustment to the actual histogram itself. Just holding down Alt so I can see where the image is clipping on the highlights. And again I'll do the same for the shadows. And finally, I'm just going to give the highlights just a little more preference in the levels palette there. When I'm happy, I'll just check the before and after, and you can see the real difference that a very quick levels adjustment can have on the quality of your picture. Click OK. And finally, I'm just going to boost some of the saturation. So if I go to hue saturation, I'm just going to take it up slightly to about +10. See the before and after, and you can see that's just warmed up the colours a little bit. Click OK, and there we have our busy city scene. Now before you print that, obviously you just want to flatten the whole thing down, so go up to your layer palette options, flatten image, click OK, and now we've flattened all of those images that we've loaded through a photo merge down into one busy city scene.